Well, hello once again. This is me, Leonard Wells, broadcasting on Saturday morning, the 6th of January 2010 from Haslingden, north of Manchester in the UK. My little talk this morning is titled, Why Worry? Quite simple. Why worry? If you really think about it, worry is the most useless of all pastimes. It's the most pointless thing you can do. And as if that wasn't bad enough, if you're the type to worry, and some people enjoy worrying, they really do, then this planet is definitely the place to be. Believe me. If you read the news in any of the media, it doesn't matter if it's on the BBC News website, any of the national newspapers, radio or television news, a great deal of what you see or hear is just pure speculation or conjecture. And most of that is codswallop, balderdash, poppycock and piffle, and will never come true. This fact is particularly true and appropriate in the case of anything remotely connected with economics. Just look at what is currently being said about Greece and the Eurozone. Greece may leave the euro. Oh, Spain and Portugal may fall. These things are being regularly quoted. It's absolute drivel. Do you think the Greek government would be crazy enough to try and have its own currency again? It would be utterly, laughably worthless. Do you think the EU governments would permit Greece to become an economic basket case if they weren't prepared to let the banks go under? Do you really think they'll let Greece go under? Of course not. So stop listening to these twits. I'm convinced economists are about as reliable as a sundial during a thunderstorm. Of course, the reason they get a hearing at all, or are reported at all, is the need the media has to fill its space. If it just reported the bare facts, we would have 60-second news bulletins and newspapers with just a few columns on the front page. Is it any wonder that our young people get drunk every weekend and end up spewing their guts up in some chilly gutter somewhere? We've brought them up in a world full of unnecessary anxiety and worry. If you believe everything you read in the media, you'd be afraid to eat anything, because at one time or another, everything, according to some so-called experts, who have pointed out that every possible kind of food is bad for you in one way or another. Look, get it through your heads. We're all going to die on Earth. So why worry in the first place? The only ones who really need to worry are those who believe their life ends at that moment of death. And maybe, well, probably, those who have done wicked things. Because, boy, are they going to get a very rude awakening when they meet their Maker. And believe me, there is one. So for heaven's sake, ignore all these amateur experts and the gloom peddlers. They're just poor sods who can't find a decent way to earn a living. Don't be anxious about flying, or whether you get a big gas bill, or whether you can afford the council tax, or maybe the pain in your leg is something really awful. Remember what Jesus said, "Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof." And that simply means that there's more than enough to fret about today without worrying about tomorrow. Wise words of wisdom for each and every one of us. Worry just makes you ill, like tobacco and alcohol. Give them all up and be happy and healthy. God bless and cheerio for now, and stop worrying. It's pointless.